Well, here it is, everyone. We're back. Football Manager 2019. The beta dropped yesterday. We've come on today. We're going to start our Coventry City 2018-19 save. We're going to try and take the Sky Blues back to the top. Exactly like we did last season. Last year we got the side promoted, and they did get promoted in real life. So we have one step a little bit easier for us this year. We've had a very good pre-season. Really, we thumped Oldham. We beat Newport County quite comfortably as well. We thumped Kingstonians 7-0. They're not the best side, of course. We beat Lincoln quite comfortably. We drew to Grimsby. We thumped Matlock. Lost only 1-0 to Liverpool at the Ricoh Arena. And did lose our final pre-season friendly to Mansfield. Massive load of games in August for us to play. Bit of an issue with the squad already, as you can see. Connor Chaplin, fully fit. Abu Agogo, not ready. Corey Blackett-Taylor, a man we signed on loan, not fit. Lee Burge, our main goalkeeper, not fit. Jody Jones, not fit. So if you have a look at the squad, Abu Agogo did pass a fitness test, but is on the bench. Lee Burge is not even ready for a fitness test at this point. Jordan Willis is out injured, and there is no way he's playing. Jack Grimmer is also out injured with a torn calf muscle. He's out for 4 to 5 months. Our favourite man, Maxim Biamu, is out for 8 to 9 months with damaged cruciate ligament. He tore his ACL in real life and is out for pretty much the whole season. What we have tried to do is bring in some players in and get them out. Connor Chaplin, of course, he joins us for £500,000 in January, but he's our player anyway. We're way over the wage budget, way over the wage budget already. That is literally just trying to keep players at the club. The finances are looking pretty grim, to be honest. We're making a loss, and we're going to continue to make a loss unless we can do something this season. I feel that it's going to be a real difficult one for us to keep hold of a lot of these players going forward. Players Junior Brown, Brandon Mason. We gave Jordan Willis a new deal. We gave Jack Grimmer a new deal, and we gave Lee Burge new deals. They were all running out contracts wise. They were all running out at the end of the year, which was it's going to be a real struggle for us. A lot of staff that we've got as well are running out of contract at the end of the year. So here you go, my contract included. Adi Vivesh, the assistant manager, out of contract. Andy Young, out of contract in the first team. In the medical team, they all got new deals. I gave all of those guys new deals. Scout and transfers team, they've all got new deals as well. So okay, not as many as we thought out of contract. There you go. Here's a few of the under 18s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 new contracts needed of the coaching staff, which is quite a lot, and all of them will need new contracts by next year. Out of the playing squad, most of these guys have now a year left, or 2 years left. Most of them are 2020 contracted. A lot of these sort of new players and stuff are contracted till 2020. Players like Jody Jones want to keep these guys tied down as long as possible. He feels there's a lack of depth in the midfield. There is at the moment. There's a massive lack of depth in the midfield, but we can't actually do anything about that unless we pick up loanees. We looked at expired contracts. We had Samaras on loan. We had Frank Musa on loan, who is a former Coventry player as well. Just didn't quite fit into the team. It just didn't work for us. What we will do very quickly is have a look at a couple of loanees that we could potentially pick up and see if there's anyone who's actually going to come to us as any good. So we have a guy here, Pele Clement, 22 years old. We can't pay any wages. This is the problem. They want us to pay wage. So they want all of his £7,500 a week wage paid, and we can't do that. Ashley Fletcher would be great. Swindon want him in League 2. If we don't have to pay him any money, then see, I can't pay. No one can pay that in these leagues. It's not possible. It needs to be young players. Then Dwight McNeil, one's by Swindon, Accrington. We might as well use our own youngsters if these are the quality of player that we can get in. We had Josh Barrett last year. If we don't have to pay him any money, we'll take Josh Barrett. We had him on loan last year. They want 50% of his wages paid. We can't do it. We cannot do it. But today we are playing Scunthorpe at home at the Ricoh Arena. We have 3 players out injured and 3 players doubtful. They have Jonathan Flatt, I believe is a goalkeeper. Yeah, they have a goalkeeper who isn't even registered, which is a bit of a strange one. They must have a better goalkeeper. Okay, they have loads of goalkeepers. They have, blooming hell, they have loads. They have 2 unregistered. Adam Kelsey, who's just a young lad. Jack Anick, who is the old Newcastle. Yeah, the old Newcastle. Couple of years at Rangers where he didn't really play. He joined for £250,000. Okay, he's now on loan. And Matt Gilks, the old Blackpool Premier League goalkeeper, former Premier League goalkeeper, has a massive history of playing, and it has a lot of history of playing at this sort of level a long time ago. But there's a very good goalkeeper at this sort of level. But here is our team for the opening day of the League One season. We've got Liam O'Brien in goal because Lee Burge just isn't fit. That's a problem for me. Really could do with Lee Burge. You'll get very familiar with this squad as we go through the series. Obviously, being a Coventry fan myself, I have a kind of idea of who I want to play and who I don't want to play. Formations. We have 3. We have our first one, a 4-2-3-1, which is quite an attacking 4-2-3-1. Luke Thomas and Geordie Hiwula are very attacking players. Hiwula is really a striker, but we're not playing 2 up front in this one. We have a 4-2-4, which is very, very attacking. And we also have a 4-1-4-1, a little bit more of a defensive one if we find ourselves struggling just a little bit to keep goals out. But the starting lineup for our opening day game: Liam O'Brien in goal, Junior Brown at left back, which is the best option we've got, which is fine. Tom Davis and Dominic Hyam at centre half. We would like to have Jordan Willis in there, but again, he is out for 5 days to 3 weeks after getting a knock against Liverpool. Dujon Sterling, probably our second best option at right back. We've got Jack Grimmer, but he's out for a considerable amount of time. Michael Doyle, the old head, 37 years old, probably going to slowly be phased out this year. Can't see him being the best option for us. Abu Agogo is probably going to come in there. The youngster Tom Bayliss, very, very talented, already played 24 league games for the Sky Blues, very well suited to League 2 football already, very young, very, very talented player. I mean, the stats, look at these stats, some of these stats: determination 20, finishing 12, dribbling 14, decisions 12 already, composure 13, passing 12, technique 12, balance 13, good stamina, good strength, good pace for a midfielder. 200 grand value already for him. We have Tony Andreu, very talented attacking midfielder, spent most of last year out injured with a cruciate knee ligament injury. Geordie Hiwula coming in from Huddersfield in real life. Luke Thomas, who is on loan from Derby County, very talented winger. Spent most of 2016-17 out on loan at Gloucester. Made a couple of appearances for Derby last year, so that's good for us. And our main man up top, Connor Chaplin, transfer is arranged to us, will be joining us properly in January. So he is our player, really. He's our full-time player. His contract does expire at the end of the year for Portsmouth anyway, I think, so that's fine. Acceleration 15, finishing 13, dribbling 11, penalty taking is fine, technique's fine, work rate's good, he's good off the ball, and positioning is great. Players we would like to have, obviously Jody Jones, who is not ready for a fitness test yet, Liam Kelly, who isn't fully fit, Corey Blackett-Taylor, Reece Alasani out on loan at the moment. These guys are all guys we want, as well as Lee Burge and Abu Agogo. He has passed the fitness test and can play. He's probably one of our most talented players, the leading League One player, very, very talented player. Has a lot of years at this sort of level. Started off his career at Arsenal before going to Barnet on loan, a free to Dagenham and Redbridge, where he stayed for 5 years, and then had a good 3-year stint at Shrewsbury, and now he's come to us. He's a very, very talented player, was part of Shrewsbury's side last year that made a real push for promotion, so a very talented player. But that is our squad to start our League One campaign at home against Scunthorpe. So the Scunthorpe starting 11, a 4-4-1-1. Borthwick Jackson on loan. They've got him. They've got George Thomas as well on loan, who is making his debut. He is someone we know a lot about, a former Coventry player. Made a fair few appearances for us. 28 appearances, 5 on loan at Yeovil, 7-6-1. He's made a fair few appearances, 30, 40 appearances for Coventry over his spell here at the Ricoh Arena. We've got a few debuts ourselves. Debutants: Dujon Sterling, Junior Brown, Hawula, Chaplin, Thomas. I think we could get a good result out of this one at home. I want to try and get off to a good start. Let's just tell him to enjoy it. We don't want to go too mad with it as we come out at the Ricoh Arena. Hopefully we're going to get the right result. The game looks better this year. I like the purple. It's a very nice looking game. Hopefully we don't encounter any problems. Obviously this is still a beta, so if there are any issues we have to report those, but it's doesn't look like a bad game. I haven't seen anything yet in the short time I've played it that would suggest that there's going to be any major issues, but you never know as we get the ball cleared long. And Chaplin's actually in behind here straight away, and he's fired it wide of the target. Thought we were potentially in there. What we're going to do is change that to the latest scores and change the focus of attack. We're not really too worried about the focus of attack. We'll change this to the live league table, and that is fine. Morris has a free kick. He's whipped it, and Liam O'Brien holds. Liam O'Brien, again, someone we're going to look to not be playing for too long. Lee Burge comes back. We'll be looking at playing him, and he'll be our number one going forward. And here go. And George Thomas, he's come back to the Ricoh and he's celebrating, which I'm not really too happy about. But let's have a look at this. It's not really sure where Dujon Sterling is. He's not tracking Dales very well, and I think that's Dom Hyam just let his man run across him. Might have been Tom Davis, actually. That was a bit disappointing. As you can see, we've got a couple more things in here, positive and cautious. They're different. We're gonna encourage the lads as we come into half time. 1-0 down. We've been dominated. We've been very much dominated. Unlucky things haven't gone right so far. Everyone's loving it. Junior Brown's having a terrible game at the moment. Hopefully we can get him playing in the second half, as we need to get something out of this one. It's at home. We need goals. We've got Sunderland coming up at the end of the month, which is going to be a very, very difficult one. Junior Brown isn't having the best game. He's really not. He's on a 5.6. Luke Thomas whips in a corner. Haiwula off the post. Hyam, another corner. Thought we might have had an equaliser there. Really thought. Luke Thomas whips it in again. Hyam half away. Bayliss back out to Luke Thomas. Haiwula, Thomas, Bayliss. And Luke Thomas was offside. Come on. Come on. We'll have to make a sub here. It's not happening at the moment, is it? We're going to use Shipley on for Doyle. And we're going to make him more of a box-to-box. He's okay at it. I'm going to bring on Abu Agogo for Bayliss. Actually, we're going to undo all of that. Forget I did anything. And we're going to bring on Abu Agogo for Bayliss straight swap. Forget all of that. We're going to actually... we're going to probably look into the tactics. We need something. We need something to work here. We're going to change it up. We need a goal. I'm probably getting ahead of myself early on, but it's early in the season. We can't really afford to come out of this one without anything. This is a game we need a result in, and currently we're not getting it. I'm going to bring on Shipley out wide as an inside forward, changing into a winger. And where does Abu Agogo like playing? He likes playing there, but he's not fit. No, that's all we're going to do for now. We're going to change that. That's it. Formation change. And there you go. That's what we need to do. And then we're going to demand more for the last 5 minutes. It doesn't look good for us on the opening day. Not many highlights. It's all over. We have lost our opening day game. They were predicted to win. We had more possession, less shots on target. We didn't have many shots. That is a bit of a problem. We're gonna. It's just one of those days. It's one of those days. Junior Brown had a shocker, which is a bit disappointing. Reece Alasani got injured for Ebbsfleet and he's out for the season. That's great. Bakayoko, yeah, he made his debut. We'll attend this press conference and we'll just flick through it. And we will be back for Wimbledon. I believe it's Wimbledon away we have next. Yeah, Wimbledon away. We'll be back for that one. They also lost their opening game. How do I look at them? Profile. There you go. They lost to Fleetwood. Their opening game. So we have a chance. We go to Wimbledon, where we'll be back, hopefully, for a win. So here we are, game day on week 2 of the League One season. 3 players still not fully fit, and it is going to be a problem for us until we get these players back. Jody Jones, Lee Burge, and Jordan Willis. Probably our 3 best players still out. Abu Agogo and Corey Blackett-Taylor are still only fit for 45 minutes as well for us. So there's some big problems really early on. We don't have a lot of choice. We're going to drop Chaplin in. We're going to get Agogo back in this team, although he's not fully fit. His best position's actually in here. He likes that. He's not a huge fan of this, but he's going to do it. He's going to do it to the best of his ability. We're going to play Davis, not Thompson. Jordan Thompson is not good enough, really. Tony Andreu in Westbrook, not good enough. Mason at left back. Junior Brown benched. Yes, that's a good decision. He was terrible in the opening fixture. Want to try and get Clark Harris in this team while we can as well. He's quite the talented player, but again we're struggling to get the sort of formations where we're sort of 2 up top with wide men. Can't really do it. So what we're going to look at doing is something like that. But again, we don't really have the midfield to do it. So we're going to keep it today until we get more midfielders back fit. Liam Kelly back fit. When Liam Kelly comes back, we'll have more midfielders to do it. So I don't really want to do it with Zane Westbrook, but we do want to play those up front, those 2 up top. We want a Chaplin and a possible Hawula in there as well. But when we get more centre mids fit, we will do it. But for now, we're not going to do it. This doesn't make sense for us to do it. We're going to try and play the most attacking we can while we can, because today is important. 2 players not really fit, can't play the full 90, but we need a win against Wimbledon. So Wimbledon with a few players I've heard of. Hansen, former Bradford player, I believe. Anthony Wordsworth's one I've heard of. Liam Trotter, former Millwall. Scott Wagstaff. Joe Pigott. Yeah, a few players I've heard of. Rob McDonald, former Coventry, centre half. Ben Purrington as well. A few players I've heard of in this team. Not going to be an easy game. They lost their opener. They're sat in 22nd at the moment. We're in 19th. I know it's only a couple of weeks in. But we need to go out here today and pull something out the bag. We can't come to Wimbledon and not win this game. A very, very difficult one. A smaller stadium. Good job we can get these sorts of games out the way early before the pitches start to degrade throughout the season. Still having to play Liam O'Brien in goal, which is a real problem at the moment. I think the best thing about FM19, oh here we go, Bayliss, and it's just over the bar. The best thing about FM19 and the beta, these saves just carry over to the main game. These saves can go on as long as possible, and they can just carry over to the main game, which is great. You don't have to do anything, you don't have to worry about anything. You just carry on playing Football Manager, which is great. And absolutely nothing has happened in this one through 45 minutes. Again, starting to get a little bit frustrated. I'm not going to be aggressive. We're just going to say, look, we need more out of you in the second half. We need something. We lost our opening game 1-0. We can't go 180 minutes or like 100 and with added time, nearly 190 minutes without scoring a goal and potentially conceding 2. Oh my goodness, Hansen's won his header in the box, and we've got another injury. Dujon Sterling's picked up a knock. Mason whips one in though. That's off the bar. A go. Oh, come on. We have to pick up results. And here's Sterling. Blackett Taylor, a go. They've already played more minutes than those 2 should have done today. A go. Sterling. As soon as one comes, we'll get loads. I promise. Chaplin going backwards to a go again. He's going to have such good passing stats. A go. Thomas. Oh, I thought he was going to whip that. Mason whips it though. Blackett Taylor scores. First goal of the season. First Coventry goal of the season. It's Corey Blackett Taylor. It's not the best goal in the world. It's not the best goal you're ever going to see. Thomas here, I thought he could have slid Chaplin, but Mason gets the ball in. Blackett Taylor with the header. It's pretty terrible goalkeeping by Tom King in the Wimbledon net, but we're not going to worry about that. We've taken the lead, and that's all that matters. And now what we're going to do is we're going to bring on... What? Oh my goodness, whoops, I've done that wrong. Right, we're going to bring on Johnson Clark-Harris today for his first start. He can do the advanced forward role relatively well. And then we're going to bring on Michael Doyle for a go. Michael Doyle will come in and just mix it up. Get a card probably. That's fine. And we're going to try and just hold this one out actually. We don't want to lose this one. Bayliss with the corner. It's back across goal, and oh my goodness. Nearly a second. Everyone's fired up for them. Everyone on our team's frustrated. And now everyone's composed. Nice. We've got 7 minutes. Tony Andreu on for Connor Chaplin, who's on a yellow. We don't want anyone getting carded and sent. We don't want any double yellows. Dom Hyam and Mason are going to have to deal with it for the final couple. This, if we don't win this now, Hansen, Doyle does well. He's dropped back in there. There's Clark Harris. Wonderful from Clark Harris. That's good hold-up play. That's terrible from Clark Harris. It's all over. And they had it down as a draw. We've come away with a win. Corey Blackett-Taylor, who actually got through 90 minutes in the end, which is just brilliant. I'm going to say how happy we are. Good win. Well done. What a result. We really, really needed that. And we get a couple of achievements as well, which is brilliant. Move up to 15th in the table. Dujon Sterling is now out for a couple of days. That's fine. We've got a Carabao Cup game. We'll just send our assistant to that. Mason played really well. Got the assist. Got an 8.4. Won a couple of key headers. We will be back playing again very soon. We're probably going to look at maybe Blackpool and Gillingham. Gillingham, Rochdale. Depending on how form goes. Depending on how this one goes against Wickham in the Carabao Cup. If we win that, we could get a big game in here somewhere. If not, it will be one of these games, depending on how good these teams are. Plymouth's going well. Blackpool not going so well. Gillingham and Rochdale. There's 3 games there. We could get 3 wins, which would be perfect for our league season and actually try and propel us up the league table a little bit. If you did enjoy this video and you want to see more Football Manager videos just like this one, please do subscribe, like, and leave a comment on the video as to what we can do better next time.